to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing another live pregnancy test. As you can tell, we're in my kitchen. That is because 1, I have the best lighting in here, and 2, my husband is asleep in our bedroom, so I don't want him to hear me testing in the bathroom. Because I want to surprise him. Also, sorry if I look rough. I literally just woke up. And yes, it is 10 o'clock, but I just woke up. So I'm currently at 10 DPO today, and there is a lot of things that I want to talk to you guys about. So before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and test. So I'm going to be using a first response and also an Amazon cheapie. We're going to do them at the same time and see. I am 10 DPO, like I said. It still could be early, but we'll get into that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and test. Okay, so while we're waiting for those, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about what's been going on lately. So you might have noticed I did not post a pregnancy test or a TTC update last month, and that is because we didn't track and we didn't test. I think I might have taken like 2 ovulation tests randomly, and we just didn't after that. So I was really down last month about it all, and I just didn't really feel like obsessing over it and tracking and testing, so I didn't. And then when it came time to test, like when I was 10 DPO, I just didn't feel like it. I just really didn't feel like getting my hopes up. So I told myself I was gonna wait until I was officially late to test, and my period came right on time. So I am kind of glad that I did that because it was a nice break from it all. But this cycle, we wanted to go in and really try as hard as we can. So there were some things that we did a little differently this cycle than what we did before. First of all, we did pre-seed, which a lot of people have recommended to me. I just haven't ever tried it because I honestly just wasn't sure if I believed it, but I saw so many success stories about it and really good reviews on it that I went ahead and bought it. So that was one thing that we did differently. Another thing that we did differently was the SMEP method. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. There's a ton of stuff about it. But basically it is just a scheduling plan to baby dance so that you are getting every optimal chance that you can for the sperm to meet the egg. That is another thing that we did this month as well. And then the last thing that I changed this month was I sat flat, laid flat for at least 15 minutes after every time. And I've done that some in the past, but not always. Normally I just get up, but this time I really just tried to lay completely flat. And I know that there's a lot of stuff out there that says that that's a myth, but there's also a lot of people that say it's not, and I thought, what could it hurt? So those are some of the things that I did a little differently this month. If you watched my last pregnancy test video, I might have talked about the fact that I'm also taking Vitex, and I'm still taking that every single day, and I really do feel like it's helped my cycle as well. So I'm still doing that, and I highly recommend that. Again, do your research before you decide to do that, but if you have any kind of cycle issues or a short luteal phase, which is something that I had, Vitex fixed it basically in 2 cycles, maybe even the first cycle. Again, we didn't really track, so I don't really know, but I was already having a 12-day luteal phase, I believe, which is more than I've ever had. So now on to my symptoms this month, and I know I do this every video and then the symptoms turn out to be PMS symptoms, but I'm just gonna say them anyways. So around 5 or 6 DPO. I say 5, but it could have been in my head until 6, but definitely 6 DPO. I started feeling very, very, very mild cramps, like to the point that I could have not even noticed them if I wasn't sitting still and relaxing. And I thought maybe that's implantation, but I looked it up and it said it was still a little early for that. So on 7 DPO, I believe, I woke up with like little bitty stabbing. I called them like electric shock cramps, but I said that to my best friend and she was like, no, I don't know. I've never heard of that before. So I'm gonna say stabbing. That's the only thing I can think of. And they were very mild. They didn't hurt at all, but they were definitely there. I woke up feeling them and they were very, very mild. They didn't even last all day. I think they only lasted an hour and then they stopped. So then I thought, well, maybe that could be implantation, but I still didn't get my hopes up. 8 DPO, I didn't really feel anything. I didn't really cramp at all. And then on 9 DPO yesterday, I was working and all day, and when I say all day, I mean it. I had again, this is gonna sound crazy, but it was like a burning cramp. Like it was like a heating pad was on my pelvic area, like uterus area, and it was just burning. Like it didn't hurt, but it was warm and I could feel it all day. And then there were some times throughout the day that I would get a really quick, sharp stabbing pain and it would kind of hurt. Like I could bear it, but it happened throughout the day. Sometimes on my right side, sometimes just in the middle, but it was definitely there. I came home and I tested. I did actually film it, but I looked really bad in it and my eyes were like swollen because I was having like some kind of reaction to something yesterday and it was negative, so I just scrapped it because it was terrible footage. But it was a negative. But everything that I researched said that that could have been my implantation, so it still could have been too early to show. And also I did a DPO calculator. I think that's what it's called. I Googled it. A lot of people recommended it in my group, but you put in your ovulation date and then it kind of gives you a timeline of everything that should be going on during your DPO. And according to the calendar, 9 DPO was my most likely to implant day. All of this is to say I could still not be pregnant, but I have never felt the cramps that I felt as early as I felt them and the way that I felt them. I always get PMS cramps like a day or two before I start, closer to a day, but I've never felt them at 8 DPO, 9 DPO, and I've never had sharp stabbing pains ever. They've always been just like general cramps, and I've never felt a burning pain. I can't explain it. I've just never ever felt that before. And I say that and I say it every time and it could still be a negative. But I feel a lot more optimistic. Yesterday when I got a negative, I was very upset. But today I'm feeling a little bit better. I still know it's too early. If it is a negative, it could be a positive in a few days. I don't know, but this is the day that I generally start testing. So I wanted to document it in case it was a positive because I have to test. Sorry for the rambling. Sorry if you didn't care about that, but it's been 3 minutes now, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and test. I'm gonna check the cheapy test first. Okay, so the cheapy test is negative. I don't know if it's even gonna focus. It's not gonna focus it, but it's negative. So I think the first response is gonna be negative just because that's how I am, but let's go ahead and check that. think it's negative. I think it's negative. I think it's negative, okay? Hear me out. I think it's negative, but it's like not as negative. I think I'm just trying to trick myself. It's like I can force myself to see something, but I don't think it's there. Let me show you. Yeah, there's nothing there, I think. Okay, so it was negative, even though I tried to tell myself that I can maybe see something. I don't think I can. But I'm not gonna get my hopes down, because if yesterday was implantation, it still could be too early for me to tell. I'm just trying not to lose hope this month. As for today, I'm not cramping at all. Like, I woke up feeling perfectly fine. So I guess we will just try tomorrow. So I will see you guys at 11 DPO. Hey guys, okay, so it is the next day and I am 11 DPO. Sorry if you hear the dogs in the background, but I just got off work, so I'm going to test again. I didn't do my first morning urine because I wake up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I literally walk out the door. If you have watched my day in a life video, you'll know that I have 0 time to spare. And so I just thought, if I were to get a positive, I'll catch it whenever I get home. And if I don't, but I still am pregnant, I'll catch it tomorrow. I know that probably doesn't make sense to anybody, but we are going to jump right into it, and I'm gonna go ahead and test. So today I have had 0 symptoms, 0 cramping. I think one time today I had a little bit of like a twinge feeling on my right side, but who's to say that wasn't in my mind. But I'm gonna go ahead and test. I'm just stalling because I'm very nervous. So just like yesterday, I'm going to be doing a first response as well as an Amazon cheapie. A lot of people commented not to continue to just use first responses because they're freaking expensive. But honestly guys, at this moment, I don't know. I still think there's a chance, and I want to make sure I have every opportunity of finding out because I'm so eager. So I'm just doing it. But let's go ahead and dip our first response. Okay, so we're just gonna wait 3 minutes for those to develop. Sorry if you can hear Jax chewing on a bone in the living room, but I don't really have anything to say. I don't have anything to really update anybody on. I feel like I'm trying to like build up the wall that says you're not pregnant, so I don't get my feelings hurt when it's negative, but we're just gonna keep staying positive. And I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, so it has been 3 minutes and I feel very nauseous, like I'm gonna be sick. I'm just really nervous, God. Okay, let's go ahead and check the cheapie test. So the cheapie test is negative. I try to show these to y'all, but I know you can't see them. It's obviously negative. So let's go ahead and assume that the first response is gonna be negative. But let's go ahead and check. It's negative. Okay. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. But I'm gonna try to stay positive. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 DPO. Okay, so I'm a mess. Like my eyelashes are coming off. And I just got home from work not too long ago, and I decided to test, and it's positive. You're not gonna be able to see. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I'm a wreck, but it's positive. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you. Sorry, I'm shaking so bad. And it's positive. I'm going to go, and I will be back when I can get myself together. Hey guys, good afternoon. So today is Sunday, and it is a few days later since the clip that you last saw, and I just wanted to come on here and explain a few things with you guys, since I know that clip was a little crazy and I don't know if you can quite understand what all I was saying. But yes, I got a positive pregnancy test. It was very faint, but it was definitely there. And I actually took another test that night, and the line was even darker on that one. So we are very excited. I cannot believe that I got a positive, which I do want to go over some things about getting the positive, what we did differently, some symptoms I felt and everything, but I think I might do that in a separate video because I think this video is already a little long. But I wanted to show you guys the pregnancy test again and see if you can see it a little bit better, because I was shaking a lot in that clip. But we did get a positive. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'm going to try to show you guys the test again. Okay guys, so this was the test that I took. As you can see, the line is very faint, but it is there. And then this was the second test that I took. And this one was actually a rapid result. It wasn't an early response, so I'm surprised that it was darker, because I thought for sure it would be lighter. Sorry, the dogs are in here with me. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and coming along with this journey, and I can't wait to start making pregnancy videos and update videos and all things baby. But if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.